Today's FAQ deals with a question that pops up constantly. And why do some bass players own so many basses? Well, if you're somebody like Leland Sklar, who's in the studio all the time and has been just about longer than anybody in the business, then each of those basses have a function. For example, think of Paul McCartney and his sound playing the Hofner bass, or maybe Chris Squire. I believe he played a Rickenbacker. I know I'm going to get a lot of letters if I'm not right about this, but it created a very distinctive sound. James Jamerson played on a P bass. Carol Kay played on a P bass, and the list goes on and on. People have preferences, and a lot of times the preference comes from the producer or from the composer, not necessarily the player. And that's their reason for having access to a lot of basses. There are a lot of pickup configurations. There have been a lot of bass players that have one bass, like Leland Sklar has a bass. I think they call it the Franken bass because it has a lot of pickups on it. Um, but there are also people that start playing as a hobby, and they start playing at that point in their life when they can afford to have nice basses. And so every time they see one, they'll buy it because they enjoy it. They're becoming collectors while they're becoming players. So there's a lot of reasons for people to have a lot of basses. And if you would like to have a lot of basses, there's ways to get them. And that means that you're going to have to make some money. You're going to make some money as a player, or you're going to have to hit it big on the stock market. But a lot of times, the reasons that people have a lot of basses are functional. So keep reading the forums. People explain how they use their basses, and something may resonate with you, and it may turn out to be the voice of reason, and you'll run out and buy yourself another bass. So in the meanwhile, enjoy the journey. I'll see you soon.